Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. I'm Jackson Vunganyi. On today's show, we have some exciting news on the Fugees, Netflix in Kenya, and Rihanna. Let's start the show. And we begin with the latest on singer R. Kelly's case. A Brooklyn, New York jury found the 54-year-old R&B singer guilty on all 9 counts. The Grammy Award-winning singer could therefore face decades in prison. We will continue to watch this story and bring you more information as it continues. And now to an exciting announcement for all of you Fugees fans. They are back for their first tour after 25 years. The Associated Press has more on the reunion. The announcement comes 25 years after the hip-hop group's 1996 blockbuster album, The Score, which included hits like Killing Me Softly and Ready or Not. Group members Lauryn Hill, Wyclef Jean, and Pras Michel have now reunited for a 12-city tour that kicked off in New York and includes stops in Chicago, Auckland, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Miami, Paris, London, Ghana, and Nigeria. Lauryn Hill said in a statement that she wasn't even aware the 25th anniversary of The Score had arrived until someone pointed it out to her. She said, "I decided to honor this significant project, its anniversary, and the fans who appreciated the music by creating a peaceful platform where we could unite, perform the music we loved, and set an example of reconciliation for the world." Streaming giant Netflix has begun offering free mobile plan with about 1/4 of its TV shows and movies in Kenya, a strategy aimed at sparking growth in a key African market, the company told Reuters. The free plan is available on Android mobile phones. It features Netflix movies and TV shows such as Money Heist and Bridgerton, and African series Blood and Water, plus some of the programming the company licenses from others. Netflix hopes the free plan will lead to users signing up for a paid option with more content. The world's largest streaming video service is looking to add customers outside of more saturated markets, such as the United States, where new subscriber sign-ups have slowed at a time when competition for online audiences has intensified. Zamaradi Productions executive producer Api Matere is looking forward to showcasing content on this platform.
We find that most of the content that is coming from the foreign market has already been, it's a story that has already been told, it's just being retold in a different way. The African story has still not been told. So for me, it's they're coming in to tap into the African story, which is still untapped and untold.
Africa currently is a relatively small market for streaming TV subscriptions. Digital TV research projects Netflix will lead subscription video on-demand services on the continent with 6.26 million paying customers in 2026, followed by Disney+. And in some music news, it's been a busy month for Wizkid, who is currently on tour right here in America with his Made in Lagos tour. He was here in Silver Spring in DC, where I watched him stage an energetic performance, and I spoke to Tuma Basa, the director of Black Music and Culture at YouTube. Check it out. There is no doubt that Wizkid is the preeminent prince of Afrobeat, and this year, 2021, he's actually having a great year. His song Essence, featuring the very talented Tems, reached #1 on Billboard's R&B hip-hop airplay chart. Billboard called it a milestone achievement for the Afrobeats genre. Essence is one of those great songs on the album Made in Lagos, which was released last year under the RCA Records banner. And Wizkid is currently on his global tour for that album, Made in Lagos tour. And he made a stop here in Silver Spring, in the suburbs of Washington, D.C. Silver Spring is home to a vibrant immigrant community that makes for a perfect location for a cultural institution like the Fillmore. Silver Spring is also home to my next guest, Tuma Basa. Tuma attended the concert. Matter of fact, he went twice. But Tuma is not your regular concert goer. He's also a trailblazer in the global music industry. He's currently the director of Black Music and Culture at YouTube. How did it feel for you to finally get back to live concerts after a year of mostly virtual events?
So that was my first real show. So it was in the beginning, it was a little awkward in terms of like comfort level. All those people It's a transition, but it's like a happy transition because that was a part. We even those in the height of the pandemic, we weren't sure if things were ever going to come back to live shows and everything. We weren't sure if it was going to stay live stream permanently. So for me, it was a welcome, and it was a great night. What yeah, well, of all
Even
what a
with,
show to
even
start.
with the masks on, it did not kill the energy in the room.
Oh, not at all, not at all. And by the way, most of the people weren't wearing masks. It's just that we were more cautious. And the other thing about the show was everyone was close together. We haven't been that close together in a long time, like in a very long time.
Absolutely, absolutely. How did Wizkid do?
I thought he did great. I went 2 nights in a row. So I posted that show was so nice I went twice, right? And second night was actually he was even more lively. It looked like the first night was warming up. That's talent for a show that great to almost be like the warm up.
The Kennedy Center in Washington began its 50th anniversary season in mid-September with musicians back on stage and spectators in their seats. But there are some COVID-19 measures that are in place for the new season. Karina Bafadazian has more.
The Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington is celebrating its 50th anniversary season and the complete reopening of its stages. In the new season, spectators will still have to wear face masks, but they can enjoy the performances without having to social distance. The musicians returned to stage in mid-September after performing remotely since the pandemic began in early 2020.
So great to be back, and this is very exciting because this is the first time we've been back to the Kennedy Center performing for a full audience and having the full orchestra on the stage.
President of the Kennedy Center, Deborah Rutter, says even though the pandemic is not ending anytime soon and there is a surge in Delta variant cases, the center will not close again. One reason is that every person who enters the center must show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test.
I distance myself. I'm typically alone anyways. Myself and my husband and my son.
A quarter of the usual repertoire had to be cut for the anniversary season due to the pandemic, but officials say it will still be special.
We have been anticipating the 50th anniversary for many years now, but over the last 18 months, we've really been rethinking it. And my team have really worked hard to simmer their ideas down to that perfect sauce.
Performance will range from stand-up comedy to ballet. The foyer includes photographs from the Kennedy Center since opening day.
I have a signed and autographed program page from opening night, September 8th, 1971, as well as a ticket stub.
The Kennedy Center stage is rich in memories. Mikhail Baryshnikov presented his ballet Nutcracker here. Maria Callas starred in the opera Norma by Vincenzo Bellini. Aretha Franklin sang Natural Woman to the former President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. The staff here says they are ready to start making new memories. Karina Bafrajian for VOA News, Washington.
They are larger-than-life, vibrant glass mosaic murals that will grab the attention of the most jaded New York City subway riders. Let's take a look with this story by Reuters. The installation is the idea of renowned artist Nick Cave, who is best known for his exuberant sound suits, head-to-toe costumes made with a variety of fabrics, textures, colors, and patterns to cover the entire body. Sometimes the sound suits are displayed in a museum. Sometimes they are used in performances, but this is the first time ever the sound suits will be used in a permanent two-dimensional mosaic display.
I was sort of like, I'm sure as everyone else was just wondering, how is this all going to translate from, the sort of fiber materials into mosaic glass. And is that, what is it going to be able to read and establish the flow and the movement, the gesture?
The sprawling mural called Everyone is the first of a 3-piece installation. Each one and Eco All will be completed early next year. The mosaic and video installation runs along the corridor under 42nd Street, connecting the Times Square and Bryant Park subway stations.
And that as you are walking and passing through, it is moving along with you. So that was really my idea, was that it operated the same way in which the people were moving through the space.
When completed, the 3 installations will cover 4,600 square feet and will extend from the Times Square to Grand Central subway stations. It will be Kev's largest permanent public art and the second mosaic project, that's according to the MTA.
The thing is that I think as an artist, that, we can't limit ourselves to the means necessary. It's how do you remain open and available for a new point of view, a new direction to sort of present itself. And so for me, this presents a new direction.
The art was unveiled as part of a public campaign to welcome back riders to the subway after the COVID-19 lockdown and to encourage the use of mass transit. Now, superstar Rihanna may be a mogul in the retail business sector, but she says she's still very much motivated to make music. That's despite a 5-year absence after her last album. The Grammy Award-winning singer spoke to Associated Press during the New York premiere of her latest fashion experience called Savage X Fenty Volume 3. Check it out.
Especially when you're running business, music is one of those things that kind of can take the backseat because it's on your time, right? And then when you're working with a makeup company and you're building that and you're making products and creating packaging that takes 9 months to make a sample sometimes, one day of not getting back to an email or a text or a question can change the shift on the shelves for 9 months. It could be devastating. So those are things that kind of, by default, they become a priority and more urgent, so to say. But music is one of those things where you can't rush it. You have to feel good about it. You have to love it, and you're not going to put it out unless it's personal. It's more personal than an eyeshadow. I picked a color and I picked a formula and I named it, but music is like my mind, my DNA, my soul. It's way more personal, so I want to take my time with that.
The multi-Grammy winner's recent show highlighted her fashion line's newest assortment of styles, featuring an all-star lineup of models, actors, and performers, including Nas, Ricky Martin, Jasmine Sullivan, Daddy Yankee, Normani, Adriana Lima, Gigi Hadid, Vanessa Hudgens, and Erykah Badu. Rihanna, who Forbes officially named a billionaire in August, says that although she's currently juggling very successful ventures, she's looking to serve as an inspiration to Black women hoping to break the glass ceiling in the business world.
I want Black women to look at every achievement that I've made as hope, as a place that they can see, a template where they can see themselves. Whether it's in this industry or any other type of industry, whether it's design or any type of creative, I want women to know that they can do it, they can push it, and go for it, always.
And with that, we come to the end of our show today. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. My name is Jackson Vunganyi. For more entertainment news, remember to check us out on voanews.com. We are also on all social media platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube, where you can watch our shows. Remember to like and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye, everyone.